everybody. Happy Tuesday. Ooh, it's only Tuesday, and I feel tired. Been a long day. Man. I have 3 more days of this. So, anyway, guys, just wanted to get this conversation going. I have a special invited guest. I have a true veteran in this travel game, a person whom that I had the privilege to actually get to know and really his profession, what he's been doing overseas. He has amazing credentials, and he's doing things that a lot of us are not currently doing. I understand most of us, when we go overseas, we like to just go out and have a good time, but this man's about his business. This man is making some serious moves within the real estate industry. And I wanted to take the time to really interview him and have him share his experiences overseas, but also give you guys some tips and tricks and actually how to purchase a home while overseas. Now, granted, this gentleman has purchased 2 properties in Brazil. Yes, not 1, but 2. And he's going to share his experience with you guys. So if you guys are interested in learning more and how you could actually purchase a property overseas, please reach out to this gentleman. With no further ado, I'd like to welcomely invite Willie Lee Jones to the platform. Welcome, Willie.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother. It's Tuesday. Just put the little one to sleep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you know how it is, man.
I miss those days, brother. I miss those days.
It's kind of interesting because, you got to make sure they fed.
Yeah.
They wash up, brush their teeth, and of course, he has to read 5 pages out of his book every night before he goes to bed.
Yes.
And while he's doing that, I'm washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen, while listening to him read. So I'm multitasking constantly, but it's a blessing, man. It's something that I would love to experience again. Hopefully, I have another child in the future, but not in a rush.
I know that's right.
But anyways, man, let's get this conversation going, man. We definitely want to get to know you as a person, as a traveler, but also as an investor. So with that being said, Willie, just give us an introduction of who you are, and let's have this conversation.
Hey, fellas out there. I'm Willie Lee Jones Jr. I'm a pro tennis coach. I've been coaching and traveling the world for over 25 years. And I am blessed to be in a profession where I really love what I do. And I just can't say it enough. I know a lot of people get up and don't want to go to work sometimes. I literally run to work. Can't wait to get to it. So I've been really blessed with that by the sacrifices my parents and my grandparents made for me to have this opportunity for this amazing life that I've been able to lead. It hasn't been perfect, but man, it's been a lot of fun. And throughout my travels, oh my God, I've been all over Europe as a backpacker when I was trying to become a pro tennis player out of the great South Carolina State University, my alma mater.
Oh, wow. South Carolina?
D1 ball. And we're still doing it. Every year we go to NCAAs.
Okay.
My teammate is actually the coach. So shout out to the Bulldogs. And I'm so happy we beat those guys from Jackson State against Deion Sanders. It was amazing, as usual. I just love it. Don't let me get started on that. But anyway, man, I love traveling. It's just something I always start doing. I started doing it at 19, and I guess when I graduated in 1990, I went overseas. Yes.
You said 1990?
Yeah.
1990. I was what? I was in the 8th. No, shit. I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah, man.
I was in the 6th grade.
I know. Black belt crack, man. I'm trying out here, man.
Wow. 6.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, brother. And I've been in Germany, France, Spain, Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, Moldova. That's in Bulgaria. That's another hot bed of tennis.
I actually dated a girl from Bulgaria.
Oh man, that place is nice, man.
Yeah, I dated Bulgarians. That was quite interesting.
They're very interesting, cool people.
Yeah,
And
very laid
really,
back,
my
man.
favorites are the Serbians. I used to coach a Serbian player, and she was a really good player. But I really spent a lot of time over there, and
Mhm.
I think to me they're the black people of Europe. They're just cool people, genuine, loving. They've been through hell. They know struggle because they've been
Yeah,
in the war, and they live life to every minute, and they love it. It's just that's the Serbian way. I really love the Serbians,
nice,
and
nice.
yeah, man, and South America. I've been all over South America. Brazil has always been something I was fascinated with. I got to go during the Olympics, and during the Olympics, I was able to spend a lot of time there, and that's when I knew that Brazil was for me. I also had lived in Africa, in West Africa. I was based in a place called Togo, but I worked all over West Africa. I literally have been up and down West Africa by car, not just by airplane, but I drove it. When I had a driver, I had a driver, of course. But yeah, it was amazing experience, and I thought that was it for me. But no, Brazil, as wonderful as Africa is, and I love Africa. It's amazing, but Brazil is another level, and
How so? How so? Could you give
it's
us a little background behind
um,
that?
you have the African roots, because you remember Brazil. A lot of people don't know this. I don't know if they know or not. It's the second most population of black people in the world is in Brazil, next to Nigeria, which is number one. And the things that was missing in Africa, I found it in Brazil. The culture, the samba, the food, the friendliness of the people. I'm learning Portuguese. I may speak at a second or third grade level, but I just love the way it sounds. It's more of me that I find out. And whenever you guys are out here trying to look for a country, when you finally get through with all the clubbing and partying and all this, get all your son, your roll, your oats and all that, you're gonna want to find a place like, okay, this is where I want to be. That's outside the U.S. And for me, Brazil hit my soul, and I love it. And I'm actually one of the few guys. I don't really go to Rio that much, outside of going to the Rio Open Tennis Tournament. I haven't been there in 2 years because of COVID. The tournament's back on, but I just didn't go. I didn't have any players that wanted to go, but I used to go there for that. But outside of that, I'm one of the few guys. I don't really go to Rio. I'm more of a northern Brazilian guy.
Can you
Um,
tell us? Can you tell us which cities considered falls in the northern region of Brazil?
sure. Natal is one. Fortaleza, Recife. My capital, actually, where my first property I bought is in a place called Piauí. It's a state like, and Fortaleza is in Sierra. My capital is called Teresina. If you go on Google and look all that stuff up, it's always hot there, extremely. It's like, oh my God, it's hot. But I love warm weather. So, um, my farm is 4 hours drive from Teresina. And
Wait. You said you have a farm?
yes, sir, I have a
Can you
small
explain
farm.
us?
I bought
Can you
that.
give us? Can you give some information about this farm?
Sure. I bought that back in February 2020, right before the pandemic hit. And I've been trying to buy this place for like a couple of months. But what happens is I thought, and this quite honestly, guys, I really thought everything would be this easy. My first purchase in Brazil was an estate sale where the father died, the brothers died with his sons, and the only person left was the daughters, and they had moved to Fortaleza, and they had good white collar, good jobs, working in IT and all that stuff, and they wanted nothing to do with the farm. And what happened is I had the money back then, and I told her, but she didn't sell it to me. And when it was time, like I got to get rid of it, people like to shuck and jive, and I had
Yeah,
a bag, so I went and got it, and it was so easy. There was no mortgages involved, no bank financing involved. As far as like on her side, because everything was paid off. She had a deed in cash. It was an easy deal you know. So I got that done and renovated, and it's doing pretty well for me. What
Okay.
happened is I'm one of these natural country boy type of guys. I grew up around farming as a kid on both of my grandfather's side, paternal and maternal. And I just love everything about farming. I grew up around this stuff. I was driving tractors in Alabama and South Georgia at 12. So farming has been a big deal for me. So what I wanted to do is to have an income property first while I would have my food source taken care of. I was looking before the pandemic even hit. My mindset was if I get a property this time, I want to be able to grow my own food, be self-sufficient, solar energy, blah blah, that kind of stuff. Have well water, and it was something that I always wanted to do. So I was able to accomplish that pretty easily. And so the Brazil got shut down, of course. I made it back here March the 7th through Miami and landed in Miami. I believe
Mm-hmm.
it closed the border March the 10th, I believe. I'm pretty close to it during that time. So I didn't see Brazil for a year. And when I realized the guys that renovated my place, I totally trusted them. They did the work up front. Then I would inspect it by video. Then I would send the payment. I never,
Wait. So there was no payment, advance
no,
payment, or
no,
deposit required in
no.
order for them to make any type of renovation to the house?
Yeah. What happened? I did it in stages. You know how you do like you build a house in America or
Yeah.
all up in Florida. You buy a house and you do this part is 30%, this part
Yeah.
is 30%, that type of deal. But normally you have to pay for it up front.
Mm-hmm.
In Brazil, because and at that point everything dried up. My project was the only game in town for a while. My little place. So
Wow.
yeah,
So
man.
so
Yeah, man.
everyone was kind of desperate to service you.
Yeah, man. So I spread that thing out really good, and they would do the work. And let's just say I needed roofing done. I replaced everything. I gutted the house, and they would do all that work, and they wouldn't charge me a dime until I liked it. Everything was done. I inspected on video, and I paid them. I'd never seen anything like that. Every other place I went to, I always had to pay up front or I had to pay half. That level of trust and brotherhood and familia, that really got to my heart. I never experienced anything like that.
Wow.
And I said, yeah, I made the right decision. And when I went to go after COVID, I was finally able to go to Brazil. It was like, what, over a year. Man, I had 20 people waiting for me just to greet me when I came back to my farm. Bro, I broke down in tears, man.
Wow.
It was the people who worked on my house. They wanted to know what did I think about it. And I broke down crying. My big 6'3", 240 butt.
Hey,
I
you know what, man?
cried,
Look,
man.
there's nothing wrong in showing your emotion, your appreciation, and the fact that these people were waiting for you. That's
Yeah,
love, man. Look,
total love,
all
brother.
this tough guy and this foolishness, throw it out the window, man. That's
Yeah,
that's that's for the matrix, man. Once you leave the matrix, man, look, be you, be yourself. If you
yeah,
want to be emotional about a good situation, go for it, man. Let it go. Let
yeah,
it
brother.
go.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Well,
So
let's.
anyway, it kind of spoiled me
Mhm.
because it's a couple of years later. This just a couple months ago. Life has been good. Monetarily. Business has been great. So I said, you know what? I want to buy something on the coast that I can actually. The farm is a little rough. Most people not want to live in the farm environment. There's nothing there. Actually, literally, my place is so remote in the mountains of Brazil that my cell phone doesn't even work. We have no cell phones. It none of it's all by internet, WhatsApp. That's how everybody communicates, or some kind of walkie-talkie type of stuff. There's no cell towers, none of that. But I do have internet, and hopefully Tesla will be out there soon too, because they're coming near our area. But
Wow.
for the Starlink, man, I can't wait for that. But anyway, so if I ever, I've been trying to. It's kind of weird. Even though I'm doing this stuff with tens, I'm looking at the next side of my life, and I want to be able to live there full time. And so I've been trying to find remote opportunities that can still pay me the lifestyle that I'm used to. So I've been preparing for this, even though I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I decided about something in the city that I know my two wonderful children will love to come and visit. They're not going to come to the farm in inland Brazil, but that's my babies. And so when I told them maybe I should buy something on the coast where you guys can come and go to the beach and hang out. They said, yes, Daddy, we want that. I said, okay. So I started looking in other cities, Natal, Recife, but it all came back down to Fortaleza for me. Fortaleza is more of a family environment. The wildlife is there if you want to go get in and look for it, but it's nothing like Rio.
You know what? I rarely hear guys talk about or even going there.
Yeah.
You're the second person that I know that been there.
Wow.
I don't think anyone else, like based on the multiple travel groups that I'm in.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to Copacabana. I'm not even gonna say Rio. Copacabana.
Oh, Copacabana is amazing now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying no one doesn't branch out away from that.
Yeah.
So it's like for you to mention all these other places in the northern states is interesting because you don't see that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't hear guys talk about going to Bahia.
Oh yeah. Bahia's another one. That's another place. It's very nice. But the real estate there is a little bit higher because Bahia is famous, because of Michael Jackson went there.
Yeah.
Video. And a lot of I actually know a guy that I met. He has a Brazilian wife, and he's an IT guy, does really well. He sold this place in San Diego and moved to Brazil full time. And him and his wife have a big house over there. And I know this other brother who's living over there too, but he's renting. But Salvador is very nice. But for me, I'm a Sierran, I'm a Sierra guy. Fortaleza is more family environment. I'm gonna say it's like comparing it with Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Fortaleza is Tampa.
Okay. And while Rio's Miami.
All the way.
Okay.
All the way. Tampa's nice, but it ain't Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just me. Because for me, when I spent my time in Rio, I knew I would have a hard time there. Because that place is too wild. I hardly slept.
Yeah, I mean, Rio is a top place for me. I go there 3 to 4 days, I'm good.
I know.
After that, it's like I got to go somewhere more chill, more laid back.
Do you ever sleep? No,
not really. Like, cause like whenever I'm in Rio, I go hard. I go like all the way out.
Yes.
So by my 4th day, I'm already burnt out because I've been going full throttle since I arrived.
Yeah.
So then this is where I prefer to go to Sao Paulo or go to Bahia. That's where I really just chill.
Yeah. It's like that. Sao Paulo's nice, but that's like the concrete jungle for me. I don't really like Sao Paulo's nice, but it's not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where the really super rich live.
Where?
In Sao Paulo.
Oh, Sao Paulo. Okay.
Man, it's billionaires over there, man.
I met this one lady on the plane. Gorgeous, man. Gorgeous on the plane. I was flying to Bahia.
Yeah.
And she's from a town like that south of Brazil. Starts with a P.
Starts with a P.
Like it's way south. It's kind of like feels more like
Paranaba?
What is it?
Paranaba? Is that how you call it?
She said it felt like more European. It's like that's where majority of the white Brazilians are.
Okay. So is it near Florianopolis?
It's around that area, but it's way towards the bottom.
Because they get cold down there, man. They get a winter.
Yeah, because she was telling me like where she lives at, there are no blacks.
No.
Like that region of Brazil is like really European white. Most of the models come from those like Victoria's Secret models come from that area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another place I really didn't like either was Brasilia. Man, I almost froze my butt off in that place.
Oh.
They get cold. Woo! Lord have mercy. Lord, I just want to go through that airport again. I'll never go back there for a tournament.
Well, hey, let's go ahead and just jump on the six basic steps to buying a home in Brazil. So,
Okay, okay, let's make it
the
happen.
audience is very curious about that. So, walk us through each of those steps,
Okay,
and
first
just keep
thing.
it interesting. And again, guys, if you're interested in learning more, feel free to reach out to Willie. He'll be able to walk you through the process. If you're interested in purchasing a home anywhere in Brazil, he'll walk you through the process in buying a home and also avoiding the scams, because there's tons of scams out
Oh my
there. And he
God.
kind of walked me down through it. And now, like for instance, if I was interested in purchasing a home in Brazil, I'll reach out to Willie, because now I know someone personally who gone through the gauntlet where I don't have to go through it. So, guys, if you consider and purchasing a home, condo, whatever, reach out to Willie, man. Try to see if he could give you some good tips, and as well as ways to avoid the bullshit. So, with that being
Listen,
said, Willie, you have the floor. You can
yeah.
provide 6 steps.
Listen, guys, I want to let you know I'm not a real estate agent. I'm not trying to get a commission or none of that stuff. I just want you guys to succeed and be happy and drinking your drinks on your patio and relaxing yourselves without being like, feel like you got ripped off. If you had listened earlier about my wonderful experience on the farm, this experience was nothing like it. I was spoiled. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. It is sharks swimming in that place, and they will take all your freaking money. You will lose it quickly. Okay? And let me tell you what to do. The first thing you need to do, get a Brazilian CPF number. Okay? That is the equivalent of their social security number. All right? You just look that up online, or you call me for a consultation on what to do to get it or whatever. But it's an easy process. All you got to do is basically go to the post office, get an appointment, go to the government and get it. It shouldn't take you more than 2 days to get that. Okay? That is the key to Brazil. That's the keys to be open for you to come on. Oh, Jay Cloud, what's up, brother? And that is the way for you to get entry into everything of Brazilian life as a foreigner. All right? Now, once you get that CPF number, you're going to get a Brazilian cell phone with one of their service providers, and you're going to get a WhatsApp account on that, and get a WhatsApp account, which you probably already have, on your own cell phone. What happens is a lot of times on these ads, imagine you are living in America and someone calls your phone from Canada or Europe, or London. You're not going to answer that phone call, right? So you want to have something where they can contact you, be more at ease. And what we're trying to do is avoid all the agents. I want you to be able to do this by yourself. So you can avoid having to use an agent, because once you bring that agent, your price goes up 50, 60%. You will never pay a Brazilian price if you get one of their professionals involved in your transaction as far as representing you. They will not represent you. They're representing themselves to make as much money off the gringo as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you shouldn't have to go through that. Listen to your Uncle Willie. All right? Now, take that CPF number, and I want you to open a Brazilian bank account with that. Okay? These are the things you're going to do before you even start looking for a house. Go get a Brazilian bank account. There's so many different banks there. And all of them are, some take more fees than other. But for us as American, it doesn't even matter. We got the power of the American dollar, right? So do that. So once you get all those things done, now you're ready to start searching. Now, I want you to download an app called OLX. OLX is an app that they use over there, and it's like a Craigslist, a Facebook Marketplace, anything that sells anything, right? All in one spot. That one I found to be a little bit more accurate and truthful, maybe 60% of the time. But remember, this is a guide. You understand me? Don't trust nothing until you go see it. But Facebook Marketplace is a joke. Don't do it. All right? Listen to me now. So OLX. Now you can go look at many properties, put the city you want to be in, look up many properties online. Once you narrow out what you want to do, Then I want you to start like, okay, making appointments to go and look at the houses. Now, if you call on a place and they tell you over the phone that that house is sold, that's what I call the slick. It's just to get you to come in and they can show you others. 8 times out of 10, they might have other stuff to show you, and it could be good or it could be bad. Okay. Now, if they tell you to come to the office and have you go through all of that, and then they tell you this sold, run. They're scammers. 9 times out of 10. Just don't do it. I just went 10. Put it to you 10 out of 10. Just move on to the next. Okay, leave that alone. That's just a door that's just a bad door to deal with. All right. Now, when you get ready to start looking at the houses you want to look at, I want you to rent a car. I know people tell you that it's scary and all that stuff, but any of y'all from Atlanta, New York, Houston, Dallas, Chicago, any place where there's traffic, you can drive in Brazil. I personally have been renting cars in Brazil since I've been going there. I've driven in Rio. I've driven in Sao Paulo. Every city I told you I've been to there, I've driven there. Okay.
Hey Willie, can I chime in on that?
Yes, sir.
I've been telling guys to rent a car for quite a while, but they always hear from other travelers who don't really travel frequently not to rent a car.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in Dominican Republic, I have a car. When I went to El Salvador, I rented a car.
Yes.
So any opportunity where I could rent a car, I will rent a car.
Yes.
And because it just gives you more access to the country, to the city, you could just get up and move. Now, granted, would I rent a car in Europe based on the steering wheel being on the opposite side? Nah. It's like,
well, you know what, London. It's amazing you said that. I rented a car one time in London. I took it back. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Yeah.
France and Germany is just like ours. It's the right side.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of those European countries are just like ours.
Okay.
But London,
continue.
No. Oh no, I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. But that's a good point you brought up, because it was something I wanted to tell them about that. Okay. When you going back to what I said about having a realtor represent you, they're gonna show you what they want you to see. You don't want to do that, guys. You want to be able to see it on your own vision of what you want to live in. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this as respectful as possible. You got to remember, how can I say this very respectful? Imagine you're in the U.S. and you're buying a $500,000 house, right? You would not have a realtor who's only sold $200,000 or $150,000 houses to show you those type of properties or those kind of communities. They're not going to have the contacts for that. If that makes sense, you understand? So, it's better that you do this yourself, because you're gonna know by looking at the area if you're gonna feel comfortable laying down there at night. Would you be able to leave your kids there or send your kids there to visit when you're not there to use the home? These are the things you have to think about, right? So this goes back to what I wanted to tell you about why getting the car is so important. When you see a property that you actually like, before you make any kind of offer on it, I want you to go there early in the morning. I'm talking about like sunrise, right? Bear with me on this. See what it's like. What's the streets like? What's going on in the morning? Then go there again at lunchtime. See what's going on during the middle of the day. Then go there in the evening and at night. And all those things are good. Still the same quietness. Then you're on your way to getting something that's pretty good. But remember, if you're going there to buy for Airbnb, which is really cool, that's a good way of making money. If you fail on doing this due diligence, what I'm telling you, when your first client stays there, the money you put in, you're gonna lose, because they're gonna trash your place, saying it was noisy, it was gunshots, it was this, it was that, and you lost your money. So just renting that car is gonna make you money. as far as like you're gonna do the right thing, you're gonna buy the right property, and you'll know that you or your relatives or your friends or somebody else, when they lay their head down there, it's gonna be good. You know? Now, let's talk about how you're gonna pay for all this. The best way to do it, pay cash for your house. That avoids all the red tape, all the mess, because cash rules in Brazil, just like anywhere else, right? But your money, because you have the American dollar, you have the advantage, right? If you have that money and you're ready to go, you don't have to have it in a bag of money like that. You better be able to show it, on your app or whatever, and they can, verify it, right? So that's the best way of doing it. Now, it's depending on where you are in Brazil is what the prices is going to be like, right? I saw places in Natal for $25,000 cash, $25,000 for a brand new house, but it's just not my type of place, right? Fortaleza, that same house is 2 or 3 times that. Rio, Sao Paulo, even more. That's the most expensive real estate markets in Brazil, right? So those are what you're gonna have to deal with, and because of us being Americans, they don't look at our income. The banks in Brazil do not consider our American income. They look at the income you make in Brazil. Because remember, people, it's Brazilians first, which it should be. It's Brazilians first, and then you're next in line after that. All right? That's one thing you got to understand this too. I like certain things what Brazil does. They want everyone to have a home, healthcare, the good life. The car is secondary because that's why cars are really expensive there to buy, by the way. But they want everyone to have access to a housing, and they give them like the most amazing loan programs that you couldn't even imagine, but hardly no money down, and they can get a house. It may be small, it may be basic, or up to the big mansions that people finance and stuff. And a lot of Brazilian people go into a lot of debt. I don't know if you guys remember going to these stores where you'll see, like, let's say they got a TV for sale, it'll show the payments instead of the price first. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen something like that, but they get themselves caught up into that stuff. And that's at every economic level. And because we have the American dollar, that is actually a opportunity for us to come in if you know exactly what you're doing, right? So that's the stick of it, guys. But I have ways of getting around all this where you don't have to go through the traditional banks to do it. And that's, stuff I provide in my consultations. There's another thing, too, I want you guys to understand. When I was looking for houses, 5 I really liked, I made offers on, and this is something that I found out about them. In Brazil, let's just say the wife has better credit, more money, just like in America, and the mortgage is in mostly her name based on her income. Let's just say she has a good government job, but the husband's like a contractor or some kind of taxi driver or Uber driver or contractor. They out here hustling, right? But that stuff is not as stable. So they have the wife as the primary and the husband as an add-on. That husband cannot sell that house without that wife. She runs it. You don't want to, and one way you can get a house, if you was to partner with one of these Brazilian girls to get something like that. Don't ever do that, guys, because I've seen the other side of it. A guy that said he's going to break up with her, get divorced. I have several, it happened to me 5 times, where the wife wanted more money and the deal was killed. So I would advise you not to do that, but I know people who do it. I would stay away from that. You're the guy, do it for yourself, because it's like a 90-day fiance going bad, right? You don't want to do that. So I have ways of getting around all this stuff that I use successfully. I found this out by trial and error, going through Oh my God, countless looking at properties, looking at deals and all this stuff. And I discovered a way how to do it while almost getting ripped off myself. Oh my God, let me tell y'all one instance. You're going to laugh at this, brother. Listen to this. I went to go look at this house. I thought it was just an amazing deal. This real estate office, they had these whole new homes that were for sale. And they were like, the bank was financing it, right? So I go to the place. I said, man, this looks great. The place looks professional. And what happened is before I went inside, I had a hard time parking because it's like one of these uphill parking lot things. Like you park on a slant. And I like went in there like crazy with my rental car. And the guy who was outside, I speak to everybody. He did not look like a guy that was doing that very well in life. But what I did was I gave him some money. Can he watch my car while I go inside this place? And he was like, wow. And I gave him, a $50 real bill, like one of their bills, which is way overpaying, right? So I went in there, and what happened is I was thirsty. I wanted some coffee at the shop next door while I was, running some numbers for me. He tells me, and he spoke broken kind of English, and I'm trying to communicate with him, and finally I pulled out the Google Translate. He said, don't deal with those people. They were closed down and had a whole nother sign 6 months ago. Yes, it was all a big scam. And if it wasn't for me being nice to that man, just giving out a little tip out of goodness of my heart, because he was laughing and we were laughing, he saved me from getting ripped the hell off. And you know what happened? I pulled up their location on Google Maps, but I really looked at the sign, and it had not updated on Google Maps yet, the new signage. It showed the name of the old business.
Wow.
I simply walked in there and I said, I'll see you guys later. Because it's not even worth trying to fight, fuss, none of that stuff like we do in America. Remember, guys, you're a guest in their country no matter what. Walk away. Let them get mad. Let them do their thing. Walk away. You're a guest in their country no matter what. And you got to always remember that. It's not worth being upset. Hey, you didn't get ripped off. You just move on to the next. So anyway, I ended up finding the house through one of my deals that I did, and I got a hell of a deal, guys. And that was that. So yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. I found a way how to get these homes that basically the bank and the people are gonna lose them. And I guess you can have between 5, I say have 7. You always want to have more in case you need it, just to show that you're better than the other person, who can have just a minimum. Cash rules in Brazil, especially when you can show it, right? I'm talking about, on your phone, not in your hand. And you can get payments as low as $200 a month.
Wait, a mortgage is $200 a month?
Some even less than that.
Yeah, people paying more than that just to stay at an Airbnb or hotel.
I know. Now it's gonna need a little work, like some painting, so maybe a little flooring. You gotta put in some cabinets. That's cheap, okay? Remember, your money's 5 to 1.
Here's a question. Fred mentioned, are there auctions?
You know what? There are, but I didn't want to do that because for me, I didn't feel comfortable with it. I know that it really happens a lot in Rio, but I wanted to get it before the auction. If that answers Fred's question, I'm getting them before the auction. I want to get in there before all that happens, because you know what scared me about all that, man? Remember that guy from Atlanta that bought in Colombia?
Yeah, they end up killing him.
It's a bad feeling, man, when you come in as the robber baron Americano and you're putting people out. Remember, you're buying from someone's misery, and I'd rather make them happy and still give me the keys. My way is way better, and I didn't want to deal with that, because I've been told that if you do buy something from the auction, they're not putting those people out. You're the new owner. You got to deal with all that. So I don't want to deal with that vibration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's another question.
Yeah.
Do you look for property online?
Yes, that's OLX. That's what that is. OLX, what I mentioned before. You can look at the properties on there. As a guide, remember, okay, let me tell you all about this. Many of the properties you see online, like I said, it's more of a 60% success rate from my dealings in Brazil with OLX. But even then, it might be an amazing property and it might be near a favela. It's just a guide. It's a good guide, a start. Okay? So even when you see something online, you got to go in like, I don't really believe it, but it's good enough. I'm going to check it out. Does that make sense? It's a guide. All right? That's it. Because anything you see online, I've seen amazing homes surrounded by hood. I'm talking about with swimming pool, 2 stores with an office. I mean, fat, yo. In America, in Miami, the house would be like $800,000. No doubt about it. And it's pure crap.
I agree with that.
My brother, I can't do it. I'm bougie like that.
Hey, you know what? Whenever I tell people I'm the bougie traveler, they don't believe me, man. I'm like, nah, I'm not staying there. Like, for what? I'm not going to nobody's hood just to say I've been to the hood. It's like, I'm good on that, man.
I've done it, brother. When I was struggling trying to be a tennis pro, like actually play on the circuit and stuff. Oh my God, I have slept in some of the worst places on the earth. I swear, trying to make it. One time I stayed in the back of this Jamaican whorehouse. One time, I swear to God, they had a room for rent. It was like $9. I was playing tournaments in Jamaica, and I need to stretch that money to Monday till my mom was going to send me some more money. So,
wow.
Oh my God, outdoor shower. Oh my God, that's crazy. I remember that mess, man. And I slept in a monastery in Italy once, and I got locked out because they knocked the doors at 11. I didn't know it. So yeah. I've done luxury travel and crappy travel, so I know both ends of the spectrum. I truly enjoy my travel now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it built character. Yeah.
Oh shit! It built character for me living in Miami because I lived in the hood in Miami.
Oh,
trust me, I'm good. My next door neighbor was a prostitute.
What?
So yeah. I lived in the hood, man. I lived in the hood, and it's just like, I remember walking through a park. It was like, this is early 80s. So, you know, the needles, crack bags and all that. I had to walk through the park where literally they were all over the floor.
Not Liberty City.
Bro, I wasn't at I was right next to it. I was right next to Liberty City.
Oh my God.
So I was exposed to all that. Like everything that was in Liberty City, Little Haiti, trickled into Attapata. So,
my God.
Yeah, man, I was all in that, man. So it was just like that. That was during the 80s.
Woo.
Yeah, man. You know, my little Haitian ass. My Haitian self, man. You know, I'm trying to like play with the kids. My mom was like, run. Like, dude, like I seen kids get robbed for their sneakers off their feet. Shootouts. This one dude, I remember, because like this one community I lived in, it was nothing but Hispanics. It was a Cuban guy. 2 Cubans got into an argument. Dude pulled out a machete out. The guy tried to block the machete. He swung at him. Man, that machete went through his hand.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, dude. That's why I gotta tell people, like, look, when I travel, look, I ain't trying to relive my youth, man. I'm good because I was raised around Caribbean people, Hispanics. So when I go to DR, Colombia, I see the same stuff I grew up around. So it was like, all right.
Man, as soon as school was out, my mama sent me away, bro. I was in Alabama or South Georgia somewhere, man. I was on the farm working, brother, making money on the farm. Shucking eggs, you know, feeding hogs and all that, brother. Driving the tractor at 12. I just thought that was normal life. You know, that's why to this day I consider Alabama as my home, because I grew up in Atlanta, but I consider Alabama is where my home. And I live like during the pandemic. I had a house in Douglasville, Georgia. I sold that and moved back to Alabama. I'm in Lincoln, Alabama, right there at the Talladega 500. So
Wow.
yeah, man, I love NASCAR. I'm one of these brothers that love NASCAR, man.
Yeah, you
And
told me
all
about that.
my friends I grew up with in the summer towns over there in Alabama, they're NASCAR mechanics. So I'm really into it. And I go fishing. Man, the Lake Logan Martin is like 2 minutes from my house. So I'm a nature boy, no doubt. Ric Flair all the way, man.
All right. Well, it seems like there's no, I don't see any other questions on the line. But just in case, guys, just want to let you know that we did write a blog about this. So if you wanted to check out the website, I can show you guys the website where Willie did write a great blog highlighting his experience. Go to blackmanchowers.com/blog and you'll see it right over here. The 6 basic steps to buying a home in Brazil. Right now we have 40 views, which is really good. I just posted it yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, and you got 40 views already. Actually, you got more views than my digital nomad. So obviously, yeah, man. So that means that people are really interested in purchasing a home in Brazil. I mean,
well,
it seems like no one doesn't want to make 6 figures while working remotely, but they want to buy a house. So yeah. I guess I'll give it to you, man.
Well, I tell you what, all they need was between 5,000 to 7,000, and they can be paying less than $200 a month. I got the hookup on how to do it.
$5,000 to $7,000 to buy a home.
Yeah, I say bring 7, and you want to have more than what you need. Let's just say you see one for 5,000 or 6,000, but you already got 7, and you just put that, do whatever you want to do with it. Buy some furniture.
Actually, you know what? It's
repairs. On this house I got, the seller, the bank, they did most of the repairs on the house for free.
Wow.
Because the one I bought, they've been sitting there for a year.
I always wonder, is furniture is expensive?
Furniture is kind of expensive in Brazil. To me, it is. I think it's kind of, you know what? Let me tell you what they do. Cars are expensive because they really don't want you riding around in the cars. They want you to do public transportation or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all natural stuff. And man, it's even renting cars. Before I got the hookup on this particular time, let's say my consultation, I know the Brazilian companies to use that they use, not the ones you do online coming from America. And that was born out of necessity when I started going to Fortaleza a lot the last 8-9 months or something. When I went there for Christmas for 3 weeks, they had blocked foreigners from being able to rent cars. They would not take the reservation. So I had to call my contacts, and that's when I started dealing with the local Brazilian companies I knew nothing about. And sure enough, now I hardly pay nothing. Man, I used to rent a Jeep Renegade. Use it when I go, because the farm, I have to have a sport SUV in order to go there. I drive 8 hours from Fortaleza to Piauí, to where my farm is. It's 8 hours from Fortaleza. And 2 hours of that is on a dirt road. So the roads are horrible in Piauí. God bless my state, but we got to do something better. If they anybody listening to this over there, I know what I'm talking about in Piauí. But they do us wrong outside of Teresina. But anyway, a lot of potholes, all this, they trying, but they ain't done nothing yet. But anyway, you need an SUV. You can't even drive to my farm in a regular car. Not happening. No. But that Jeep will cost me like $1,300 for the month. Yeah. 1 year I paid $1,600 for the month. Now, through my contacts I have, man, I get a car for like 3 weeks. This time I paid like, less than $300, dog. Unlimited mileage.
Same.
I know. So it's all about the right information, man.
Well, hey, you know what? It was a definitely great interview. We definitely need to do more of these. And again, guys, if you're considering in purchasing a property or just curious about it, make sure to hit up Willie. We'll get you guys up to speed. Actually, there's a question. A question I missed. D. Charles, is there a Zillow style website for Brazil real estate?
No, not at all. I would not recommend any of it. It's garbage. It's just, I'll call it, yeah, if you want to hit up like Remax and all that stuff, man, your prices are so inflated, my brother. You want it'll be like unbelievably inflated. Okay, there's a house I found that I went through OLX, and then the realtor took me, it was one of those things like he didn't have what he showed, but he took me to another house. It was like 32,000 US. That same thing on Remax was like $85,000. Come on, man. I wouldn't recommend any of those. That's for the foreigners. They know that you're gonna look at that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's super inflated. Super inflated. Yes. Super inflated. So yeah, OLX, man. That's the way to go.
Yeah, okay.
And then, like I said, I'm trying to get you to eliminate the middleman in this thing as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, guys, if you're interested in learning more, please reach out to Willie. He's actually in the Facebook group, but also his blog has his contact information. So go check out the website, blackmantravels.com. Go to the blog section. You'll see his blog. It has his contact information if you're interested in learning more. Again, guys, this is a great opportunity for all the guys that love to go to Brazil so much. This is your chance now to buy a piece of the land while you're there and have a place to go to while, for Carnival and anywhere else. Because I noticed that the lodging gets super expensive during Carnival.
Oh, super.
They seem like the prices like triple.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I got a hookup for swimming pools too. I can get it's one of those prefab pools, but it's cool as heck, right? Ain't talking about no above ground thing. I'm talking they're gonna install it in the ground in your house, right? It's gonna look like an in-ground pool, but it's pre-casted, right? With a spa, with a deck, with the little, like the little water furniture, like you can be in the water and stuff with it for less than 5,000 US installed. I just finished paying off on that. Yes.
Well, hey guys, like I said before, if you're interested in learning more, buying property, to all my Brazilian folks out there that loves Brazil, that loves going out there, if there's an opportunity to purchase a land or a property, do it, man. Especially if you're paying $7,000-$10,000. I think we all have that somewhere in the bank that that could be put into good use.
Yeah,
definitely consider it, guys. Right, so appreciate the info.
And look, no credit required.
Look at that, guys. So for y'all 490 credit scores that want to buy property, this is your chance now, man.
No credit required.
but definitely, man, we're gonna actually do another one. But we'll definitely talk offline and highlight some of your travels, adventures, and your profession as a professional tennis coach.
Yeah, man.
So this is a good way, man. Like I said, I definitely want to highlight more guys like yourself who's been traveling for a while, but now like moving on to the next steps in purchasing property, purchasing land, businesses. That's where we need to go. It's great that we're traveling and get it in, and having fun with the locals and everything else. But at the end of the day, what are you doing beyond that?
Yes.
Like, are you finding your next home? Are you finding your next business opportunity, investment opportunity? So, guys, great that we're traveling, which is cool. But we need to start preparing for what the next steps are. So, I'm thinking about. I purchased land in DR. I got a land in DR. So I'm sitting on it. I've been sitting on it for 3 years now.
Man, go and build, man. Go and build, brother.
Yeah, you know what? I may sell it because it's gone up, man. They actually
really?
It actually doubled. Yeah, the land actually doubled.
Okay.
But,
I did that in Africa.
The cost of building, because the materials are so expensive right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless you got some private investors that can help you or connections, It's gonna be super expensive. But
Well, you know
right now I'm
what?
just
That's
sitting.
one of the reasons why I decided to buy something that's a fixer-upper,
Hmm.
because that's minor stuff. And when I did the farm, I literally gutted and I had to redo a lot of stuff, and it was before all this crap happened with the supply chain.
Yeah.
They told me now the price will be triple because you can't get the material. So
Yeah.
you right about that, bro. So DRs are like that, huh?
Hmm. Yeah. I bought a piece of land which is 25 minutes outside of Cabarete. So I'm not too far from the ocean. And I
Wow,
caught it at the right time, man. It's like, you know what?
man.
It was there. The price was good. Like, damn, I could get this shit right now.
You sure you don't want to build on it, man?
That's why I'm
No, you
sitting
gonna
on
put
it.
the
But
money
you
back
know
on
the crazy thing
Airbnb?
about it. There's other a couple Americans bought land right next to me,
Oh, that's
and
perfect.
they started building. So
Wow.
now the property value. So I'm just sitting on it, and it's like every time I go to every time I go back to that area, and I I'm driving around. I'm like, God damn, they building fast out here. And I'm like, let me keep on sitting on this because again, if I choose not to, build it, I could sell it. And the
Could you
thing
sell
is,
it, buy yourself something else cash?
hmm?
Could you sell it? Would you make enough money to buy something else like a completed house cash?
Yo, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh man, and that's a
And the
no
thing is,
brainer.
my land is between two houses being built right
Oh
now,
God.
so it's sitting right there, and I'm like,
I'm surprised they
yeah,
haven't made a move on you.
yeah, they have, they offered. I declined. I declined. It's like, nah. I'm gonna sit on it some more.
Oh,
It's just an area where, again, everybody going to Sasua, everybody going to Puerto Plata, everybody, like, I saw this one area that's like, yo, this is a promising area. No
yeah.
one doesn't go to. Let me jump on it. This is 4 years ago.
Oh my God, you got it
Eh,
at a good price,
I
bro.
got it, man. I jumped on it, man. And it's like now there's two houses being built right next to me. There's one house on the left, one house on the right.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, and they trust me. The owners on both sides wants to like, hey, can we just buy the land? Like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna sit on this baby.
Oh my God.
So,
I
but
don't know, man. That thing sounds beautiful, man. But if you can sell that land and then make enough to actually buy a whole house and a goods place, I mean, that's a no-brainer too. Now,
well, here's the thing: is like,
winning.
I wouldn't mind purchasing purchasing a house in Santiago. It's the main city because
Okay.
the airport. It's like I'm more of a city guy. I don't too much care for the north. So if I were to actually move, it'd probably be in Santiago area. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, right now I'm just letting things play out, and also too, I'm looking into this business venture out there. I see another opportunity, and I'm like just sitting on it doing my research. And I think if I were to do it, especially with my marketing background, I could turn it around real quick.
Well,
And
my cousin is married to a Dominican, and he is, he loves her, man. And they got 4 places over there.
let me say this, guys. And Willie, I know you could chime on this, guys. I know there's a lot of people out there telling you, just go out there, have fun, don't get serious with anybody. Listen, when you find a good woman in that country, you find gold.
Yeah, she hooked him up.
That's a resource.
She hooked him up, bro.
Because my girl find that spot for me. She's like, no, what do you think of this? Like,
Come on, man.
And guess what she did, man? And again, I didn't want to let the news. She bought land not too far from mine.
Oh my God. You ain't locked that down yet, brother. You ain't locked that down.
Hey man, look. That's why I laugh. Willie, I laugh when I hear dudes like try to downplay the women of these countries. They're stupid. They try to downplay them. Like there are women out there that go to college, that graduate, that got professional jobs.
Yes.
I don't think everybody's is this particular group of women that you fuck with.
Right.
And the thing is, it's like with anybody, if you meet a good, reliable person, that's a resource.
Totally.
And even with the business opportunity, man, I see something that I don't see too many people doing, and I'm just like, okay, should I pull the trigger,
bro?
But it just
I would do it. You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something. What really got me going to say that I'm gonna do all this stuff was when Charles Tyler died. I was shocked. I never got to meet that brother. and everything he said was on point. And there's another guy. There's this comedian named, I think his name is Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, Patrice O'Neal. Yeah.
You know, he was doing all this stuff talking about Brazil.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He was talking about that a long time ago.
Look deep into his story. You know, he never made it back. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Look up his story. He never made it back.
Oh, yeah, because he passed.
Yeah, bro. He never made it back to Brazil.
That's why I tell people, men and women, you know, I have a lot of good women friends. I let them know, like, hey, there's really no perfect time to travel.
No.
All you got to do is just plan for it.
Yeah.
And once you plan for it, take the sacrifices that you need to do to make that trip happen.
Yes.
If it means you eating cold sandwiches for the next 3 months, you eat those damn cold sandwiches for the next 3 months. If it means you catching the bus so you don't have to spend money on gas, you do that. But the thing is, people are not willing to make that sacrifice.
Yes.
Or delay that gratification to experience something more greater.
Yeah.
So like when people tell me like, hey, Kanal, why you always traveling so much? I'm like, bro, I don't go out. I'm with, like, majority. You see me, you see my son. Yeah. Like I'm doing stuff like urban air. I'm at the park. You know, the only thing I probably pay for is like my boxing lessons. You know, exercising. That's what I pay for. You know, groceries.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's just like, you know, I'm putting money on the side all the time for trips. Like if I know I'm going to Thailand, I already created like an envelope. I'm old school. I do the same thing my mom taught me.
Oh my God, I do the same thing. Oh my God.
Hey, I get that envelope. I get that envelope, man. Look, man, I used to watch my mom. I used to watch my mom do that shit all the time, man. I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing. So that's what I do. I create an envelope.
Yeah.
And the thing is, any like leftover cash that I have, that's in my pocket. Like, you know, let's say we go out to drinks, right? Pull out $100. Now I spent $20 for the night, and all right, cool. That $80 going to that envelope.
Man, let me tell you something, bro.
And I don't touch it. I don't touch it. Next, you know, 2 months, like 2 months later, dude, you find you got like 500 in here.
Just like that. Just like that. I tell people all the time, and it's like I really did the minimal. What do you call it? The minimalist stuff like that. Yeah. I'm very blessed. I have a lot of benefits with my job. As far as like, you know, a lot of good benefits, right? So I take advantage of that, and you know, I cut all the clutter out of my life. You know, I don't have a bunch of cars. I got a much smaller house than what I was. I had a 4,500 square foot house by myself. It was just for a tax write-off. And after I bought that farm and I saw all those people dying from COVID, I said, I'm getting the hell out of here. Took my butt to Alabama. I got a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and I'm paying $13.95 a month. Come on, man.
Look,
I'm cutting out all the fat. I mean, I don't really go out anywhere anymore. But I do go out because I'm blessed. Hold up. I go out because of my job.
Yeah.
You know, I go to the best restaurants, the best trips.
But you're networking. You're literally networking. For me, I go out. Yeah. I go out when I feel like, okay, I need a break from the kids. I need to go out, smoke a cigar, have me a drink. So I go to my same little lounge.
Yeah.
Grab my drink, grab my smoke. I smoke, chill. By 12 o'clock, I'm yawning. Time to take my ass home. Yeah. It's just like, hey, all right, it's time to go home. I don't need to do anything else. I do all my heavy partying overseas.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way, man. I go through my bills sometimes, and I find ways where can I cut the fat.
Yes.
Like, do I need this?
Ooh, ain't nothing like cash back. Ain't nothing like cash back.
And the thing is, like, my credit cards, I only use my credit cards when I know I have cash back.
That's right.
I get points and miles. Those are the only credit cards that I always apply for. So, like, right now, I have about 25 credit cards.
Okay,
listen here. I got 25 credit cards.
Yeah.
0 personal debt.
Yep, that's how you do it.
I got 25 credit cards. Like, honestly, combined, I think I have close to over 100,000.
See, there you go.
But 0 personal debt. I mean, granted, I just went to Chicago. spend about $1,500 out there because Chicago's so freaking expensive.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
But I'm paying that down. Like every time I get paid, I drop $500 on it.
Yep.
So, but the thing is, I used that card for Chicago because it was a brand new card. And the thing is, if I was spent a certain amount of money, I would get about 45,000 points in miles. I said, all right, cool. I applied for that card.
Yeah.
Because
that's how you do it.
Because I knew I was going somewhere, so I applied the card, got the card. They gave me a good balance credit limit. Now I went to Chicago with it, rent my car, hotel, spending everything on that one card.
Check this out. You got the Apple Card. You have the Apple Card.
I'm thinking about getting that.
Let me tell y'all. Look, free gym, brothers, free gym.
Go for it.
The Apple Card and the Venmo credit card are the coldest, best cards in the game. Let me tell you why.
Now, what is the Apple Card? Because I've seen that a few times. Okay. And actually, I was pre-approved for it.
Yeah. It's the money is on your phone. Now they have the actual card you can carry with you if you want, but it doesn't even have numbers on it. You get 2% cash back on everything you do, and the foreign exchange rate is amazing. There's no fees whatsoever. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, when I'm in Brazil, not only am I getting the best rate of exchange using it, and I just take my phone, and do the Apple Pay, on the phone, like at the register, right? And I get 2% cash back, plus I'm getting exchange rate amazingly. Then the Venmo card is the same way. It's based upon the categories, but you can get 3% back on that. And oh man, it's crazy. The exchange rates are amazing on it.
Hey Willie, there's a question not a question, but a statement by Reese. I never thought about having those many cards. Something to think about. Thank you, Reese. The benefits. What I've learned, again, I learned this from a YouTuber. This dude has about 75 credit cards, and I think close to like $400,000 in personal credit. And he was telling me like the best way to build your credit is to have multiple credit cards. And what you do is you keep those credit cards in good standing, and always every 3 months you ask for a credit increase. So every 3 months, what I do, Willie, I call all my credit cards.
Yeah.
Because I'm in good standing, I ask for a credit limit of 10,000. And then sometimes I get it. Sometimes I get 8, 7, or 5,000.
Right.
I'm rarely decline for a credit increase because I use the card, but I use it sporadically. I don't use it all the time.
Well, and the thing is, you pick a card for your flights. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what I do. So
I got a United card. I use it on United.
Yep. Hey Willie,
I play the game, man.
Guys, this again. I think we should have a podcast about that, about credit cards, how to use credit cards and build your credit. Like for me, I've done that in 2 years. I can't. And again, look, I'm all about transparent. I was a 540. Dang. 2 years, man. I'm above 750.
That's crazy.
And it's just like I learned how to play the game. I didn't hire anybody to clean up my credit. I just I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, like, listen, you need to learn how to use your credit cards. And I took the time to learn it. And watching other YouTubers, I learned the game. I learned how to fix my credit scores. I went into start disputing some of the fraudulent charges, late fees, and everything else. It took time, but guys, in 2 years, I changed my credit score where now I'm never declined. I have a credit card for American Airlines, Delta, United, JetBlue, Frontier, Southwest, and Spirit. And all those credit cards, I got like all those credit cards. I'm in good standing with them.
Thank you for the Frontier hookup there, brother.
Oh
my God. You know what? The flight was hell coming back because we got delayed. I didn't get back to Atlanta until 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I started on an 8 o'clock flight the day before. But
it's like that sometimes.
It happens, man. But you know what? Man, I saved some money. Oh my God, it's still
look. Frontier Airlines and Spirit Airlines, go to the airport, buy your ticket there.
Man, Miami.
I fly to Miami. I fly out of Fort Lauderdale. Like I told, the cheapest flight I ever bought was on Spirit Airlines. I flew from Fort Lauderdale to Medellin, $62.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Man, look,
That's crazy.
yeah. And even now, like living in Atlanta, I always fly out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale. So what I do is I buy my ticket from one airlines to fly out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale, and I use my Frontier and Spirit to fly me to Miami or Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
So, and the thing too, what I do too is if I know it's a busy season, I fly 2 days before my actual flight.
Yes.
Just in case them damn delays catch up with you.
Yeah.
So I'll buy my, like, for instance, if I'm flying out to Brazil out of Miami and I'm in Atlanta and I'm scheduled to leave on Thursday, I'll fly it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, and I always leave in the morning. Guys, always leave in the morning.
Flight is never turned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why you want to leave early in the morning, because a lot of people are not flying early in the morning. Like my flights in the morning are always at 6, 5, 7. That's the time. I mean, granted, I don't sleep the night before, but you know what? The chances if my flight is delayed, I still have the whole day to catch a flight.
Yes.
Versus if you were to catch a late flight and that flight is delayed, dude, there's a good chance that you may not catch a flight until the next day.
I got back on the tennis court. I can't have it. I be leaving when I leave Brazil, man. I take that early morning flight, brother. I be out there at 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, literally, I go to bed at 9 o'clock, wake up at like 1, meet the rental car guy at the airport. Oh, the rental car guy meets me at the airport. I don't even go to a counter. They personally come pick it up and take the car from me at the airport. That's the service I got now.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just comes, delivers. I give him a little tip, and checks me out. I'm out, and I'm at the airport at 2:30 in the morning.
I don't take any chances with flights, but just going back to the credit card, guys, be fiscal responsible.
Yes.
Now, granted, for me, I learned the hard way due to my stupid 20s. I learned the hard way. In my 30s, it was just kind of like, okay, I didn't use no credit because I was afraid of it. Then I learned in my, at 40 to respect credit. So now it's like, dude, when I get paid, if I have a credit, I keep all my bills on my desk. So whenever I sit at my desk, I see the bills on my right-hand side. So, and what I do too is every month I go through all my credit cards and I look at all the transactions. Something I don't see, I don't recognize, I dispute it. And it's just like, again, yeah, it's a lot of cards, but I'm very disciplined with it. It's just like I know what cards that I'm using and went for what trip, and I stay on it. Now, if you're not that disciplined, you're not that, responsible, then don't do that because you're just gonna screw yourself. But in order to build your credit, especially like, you want to get into the miles, because having miles is amazing, man.
It's a
game changer. Just be disciplined. Just be disciplined. Understand that, like, listen, if you can use this card, when you get paid again, make sure you have that money set aside to pay that card off.
Exactly. Don't book a flight. You ain't got the money set aside on the side now. We just telling you to put the money, we just rearrange the, how you say it? Circulate that money.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it. You gotta circulate that money. Is that Reverend Knight? You gotta circulate that money.
Yeah, guys. So again, there's ways you could use the money, and again, like for me, cash is king. So I rather reserve my cash and use credit. But then again, I'm using credit as leverage.
Yes.
So whatever credit I'm using today, tomorrow I'm going to pay it back. And I don't have this forget it, forget it, and just next you're 30 days late, 60 days, 90 days. Now you got collections on your belt. No, I did that in my 20s. And I learned the hard way. So now I understand the value of credit and how I can use it as a leverage. And that's why all these airlines that I fly with, I have a credit card with all the airlines that I fly with. And I just recently applied with Canadian Air. They have a credit card.
Have you taken that business class yet?
No. Actually, I'm flying with them to Thailand. And I saw the card.
I thought you're doing business class, right? You're doing business class.
Man, I'm doing economy.
What? To Thailand?
But hey, hear me out. Hey guys, wait, hold up, brother. Hold up, man. I'm about to tell you something real quick, man. Look, this is what I do, guys. All right, this is what I do, right? Whenever I'm flying international, for one, I try to dress good. I don't look sloppy. I look presentable.
Yeah.
Two, be super freaking nice to the staff, whatever. Dude, you'd be amazed. A few times that I would fly international, like to Europe or to another country, whatever. I asked him, hey, listen, is the business class occupied? Like, no. I was like, well, is it possible that I can actually move up? The worst thing they can say is no.
That's true.
And the majority of the time they'll say, in a couple of hours we'll come back. I'll come back and talk to you.
Wow.
And majority of the time they was like, you know what? No one's sitting there, take it. Just don't say nothing. I did that to London. I did that to South Africa, man. And I was like, okay. And I moved up. And the thing is, the only reason I wanted to stay in the business class because I wanted to sleep. Because my legs.
Man, that's what I like it, man.
That's it. But I didn't want the food, none of that. I was just like, listen, I just want to lay. I just want to like sleep properly. And you'd be amazed, guys, just that alone. But now I saw a ticket to Thailand for $1,019.
That's cheap.
That's cheap, right? Especially now because, dude, I'm seeing tickets right now from Atlanta to Thailand to Bangkok going for $1,700.
Oh my God!
So when I saw that flight but the thing is, it has two stops. It has a stop in Toronto with Air Canada, stop in Toronto, then it has a stop in Tokyo.
That ain't
and
bad.
It's like, but I was like, you know what? Look, it's the total flight is 29 hours. So I have a 5-hour layover in Toronto and I have a 2-hour layover in Tokyo. I said, well, I could do 5 hours in Toronto. That's nothing. So I was like, you know what? Right now cost is everything. So I decided to just take economy. Now, granted, they'll probably see my big ass like, hey, you know what? We'll put you in the exit row. It's just like, hey, come on. Someone need to open the door, right? You need someone strong. It's like, I always say that too, man. Like, whatever, like, hey, you need someone strong and, healthy.
Me, man. I'm like, oh, God.
I always say, I'm willing to volunteer. It's like, in case you need anyone to sit in the exit row. And it always worked, Willie. Always.
Okay, check this out. Bro. Okay. I don't want to call it racism. I don't want to say it was that. More like unfamiliarity. Okay, when I first started going to Fortaleza, you go like, Atlanta to Sao Paulo or Rio, right? And you change planes. It became literally white Brazilians on the plane. I would be the only brother on the plane. It looked like the people were afraid of me. Literally. Did not want to sit next to me. Do you know them flight attendants will always put me in the back? I have a row to myself. I'm dead serious.
It put you in the back?
Yeah, I didn't mind because they gave me the whole row so I could lay down.
Wow, yeah, that's good.
And literally, this kid spoke English to me. He said, "Are you?" I had on, you wear those fatigue pants and stuff.
Yeah.
I had those on, and the guy they said, "Are you air marshal or are you American military?" I said, "No, I'm a tennis coach." Okay, and he started telling some of his relatives who I was. After that, it was cool. I mean, you think they thought I was immigration or something, or what? Like.
Hey, you know what? Shit, I don't know how they're gonna treat me flying to Tokyo.
Yeah, you're gonna be the only brother.
Yeah, I'm probably the only brother on that plane. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting.
You gotta ride on that, man. It should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
So the military, they do their own plane, the military hop. So yeah, it ain't gonna be our boys on there. So and girls, So yeah, that should be interesting. But man, I tell you, boy, I love me some Brazil, man. I love it, bro. I you know what? It's just something about that place, man. It's just the people is so nice and just nice, man. I like it, man.
I mean, I've been to 3 cities in Brazil. Each time I went, I had an amazing, great time. I was there last year. Great time. Great time.
Yeah.
And I always tell people to go it. If you haven't experienced, go it. But when you go there, don't compare it to any other place. No. Brazil is Brazil.
Yes.
It's what it is. Don't try to go there with this DR mindset, Colombian mindset, Costa Rica mindset. No. Brazil is Brazil, and the two, they don't speak Spanish. They speak Portuguese.
Portuguese, yes.
So.
But man, you trying to speak Portuguese, they will help you, bro.
Yeah,
they like.
I used to always say avogado.
They like our accents.
I used to say avogado.
Yes. Hey, me, Muto over the God though.
Hey, I said avocado, and I just like,
Yeah. Muto over the God. I mean, that's being super polite.
uh,
Super polite. Yes. Yes. But yeah, man. I've been all over Colombia too for tennis tournaments.
mhm.
And what I didn't like about Colombia is a country you can't drive all over the country.
No, you can't because it's too mountainous.
Yeah, too much stuff going on and all
Yeah,
that. And
and you got
yeah, I've been
the
to
military group,
Bogota, I've been to
park.
Medellin, I've been to Manizales, I've been to Barranquilla, I've been to Cartagena. It was one other place, Santa Marta.
I've been to Medellin, Barranquilla, Cartagena, Cali, Bogota, and yeah,
I've never been to Cali. I heard it's nice.
Cali's cool, man. Yeah, actually, when I started going to
There,
Cali,
right? There's no beach there, right? It's
nah,
not
there's no beach. There's no beach.
But I heard they got like a lot of our people there too, right?
I had a black. Honestly, when I was walking around, they thought that I was Colombian, and I had this one guy follow me throughout the mall, and I'm like, damn, why this dude's following me? And he came, eventually I lost sight of him, and he came to surprise me. And he said, he's speaking to me in Spanish, and at the time I didn't speak Spanish well, and he basically we were talking to translate. He said that I looked like his son.
Wow.
So he thought I was his son, and I was like, no. And he called somebody on the video phone, and they all looking at me like, oh my god, you look like this person. It's just like, damn,
unbelievable,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, man. So my first experience in Cali was in 2015. This is before any brother started going there, man. I was in Medellin. I met this sister in Medellin, and she was from Cali.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, because I was in Medellin for 3 days, but I was like, I'm ready to try something different. She said, you should go to Cali. And I said, where's Cali? She's like, that's south. That's where all the, that's where all the negatives are. And I was like, all right. So, I did my research. I said, you know what? I went to the airport. I checked out early. Went to the airport, bought a ticket for $45 one way on Air Bianca, and went to Cali just like that.
Did you do the salsa? Ain't that the salsa capital?
That's salsa capital. And when I got to Cali, man, bro, I had an amazing, great time. I mean, I felt like home just being out there. It was a bunch of us everywhere.
Well, this sister I used to date from back in the day, she went over there. She done gone crazy about Colombia. I'm the one that told her about it. She got dental work done, her tummy tuck done, all kind of stuff. And now she trying to open up a like one of these spas and stuff over there.
And when I didn't realize the surgery game. I didn't
doing it, man. They be doing it, man. They ain't playing.
I didn't realize the surgery game was that big until I went to Cali.
Yeah,
like Medellin is, it's like, okay, but when you got to Cali, they really serious about the surgery. Like everyone does it, even the sisters, man. So all that big booty stuff that you see in Cali, even with the sisters,
it's fake, right?
Yeah, they're on it as well, man.
But I can tell now when it's fake, man. I can look at it and tell, man. It's the same surgeon doing the same damn thing, The
stomach, you can look at the stomach, then you can look at the hip and the butt, but the main giveaway is the legs.
Yeah.
When that legs does not tie in well with that butt, it's just like, you know what? It's not a smooth transition. It's just like a stop.
Yeah.
So I could tell.
God.
And that's the thing too. When I was in Cali, a lot of sisters had it. I was surprised. I was like, oh wow. And when the first club I went to in Cali was called Bronx. And man, I walk in, there was nothing but beautiful black people, man. Beautiful black people, man. I'm walking in, it's dark, salsa music. And it was a VIP area. It was nobody in the VIP area. So I said, let me just do the VIP. Bro, I got 2 bottles of Jack Daniels and some beer. Bill came into like $75.
Okay, that's cheap though.
Dude, yeah, it's cheap. I got 2 bottles of Jack Daniels.
Hold on. 2 bottles of Jack Daniels?
2 bottles of Jack Daniels, man. I had 2 bottles of Jack Daniels because I had some girls with me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have some fun because the girls brought their friends, whatever. So I was like the only guy, me and my boy, rest in peace. He passed.
Oh, sorry brother.
No, it's all good, man. We decided, hey, let's just, this is our first night in Cali, let's go big. So we got 2 bottles, and of course the girls is drinking and whatever, and everybody once they found out we were American, the DJ kind of gave us he kind of gave us recognition, and people were just mad cool, man. It was just like, again, guys, this is 2015. This is 2015, man.
Wow.
And we got a lot of love. I ended up getting drunk that night, and I was staying in the area called Granada, which is on the other side of the city. And I remember just the taxi didn't know where we lived, so we had to jump in 3 different taxis, drunk. Yeah, that was a careless night on my part, man. But glad I made it alive.
Remember that, man. That was a good experience for your boy, man.
Yeah, man. It's like that's something we talked about. We were supposed to take another trip together. Then of course he passed. And that's why I tell people all the time, man, just if you want to do something, just go ahead and do it, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I said, man. Me and you had discussed this. I'm trying to find these online opportunities, but I'm preparing my life as if I already have it, by buying the properties and stuff. I already put high-speed internet in my house. There ain't no furniture in there yet.
Hey, it's just,
Who's coming next, brother? I'm going to get all that outside stuff done before I put all the furniture stuff in. Because I told him, I said, I want to be there when I'm going to start looking online. I can look online for stuff anyway to buy it for inside. That's easy in Brazil. Because if you want to buy used, you can, like certain things I will try to buy, or you can get some good deals on OLX. But there's a mall in Fortaleza where they sell everything, these amazing prices, right? And I've been there like 5 times to check it out. So basically, the guy was like, when you come here, we're going to hook you up. We're going to give you the best price you can get, and we deliver it the next day. Bam. But I want to be there to see that and enjoy it myself. But yeah, man.
You're pretty much at a different level, man. I mean, you're.
Man, I'm trying to be like you, brother.
No. I'm trying to be like you. You got to
be like you.
You own 2 properties.
Man like that.
You own 2 properties in Brazil. I'm in DR. Is what it is. You in Brazil. Yeah. I had to pronounce it a different way. It's just you.
And you spell it Brasil.
Man, you're just in another level, man. And it's just like
you the man, because like I said, I gotta be out here in this heat and this cold, getting it in.
Yeah, but that's your passion, though. You're getting paid for doing something you love, man.
That's true.
How many guys could say, "Hey, I love doing this, and I'm making real money, and I have the flexibility to travel the world"?
Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love what I do, bro. I have no job stress. I get stressed when they play tournaments and stuff like that. But and watching them play, I tell you, I can't even eat. But I love it, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is fun. Somebody asked me, what's it like doing what you do? And I asked him, I said, what do you like to do? And the guy told me he likes to play video games. I said, imagine somebody paying you to play video games every day. That's what it's like for me. And I just praise the Lord that I'm 55 years old, bro. And I'm still playing at a high level. I'm still in super demand, and but I'm looking at it from the other side for the future,
Yeah.
And that's why I've been setting all this stuff up. And our OC before me, he taught me this. And we made my coach rest in peace. He was a multi-millionaire, man. And he had himself set up before he got out of the game. So that's what I'm doing, man.
You know what? The thing is, you are a perfect example how most men should try to be, especially within the Passport Bro community.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a big backlash going against us because we're traveling overseas, exploring our options and doing everything else. But they really hear stories like yours. Because
man, thank you, my brother.
Because no. I mean, because
man, been blessed with opportunities. I took advantage of it, man.
The thing is,
all the time.
The thing is, a lot of the bullshit within the Passport community is being promoted more heavily than what guys like you, some of the expats in other countries are doing. Because when you look at YouTube, what do you see when guys travel? Ass and tits.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
do that
bullshit,
lifestyle, man.
mongering. And the thing is, like, that overshadows guys like you that's really doing something and is sharing the information, helping younger guys or even like-minded guys within your same age group that, you know what, there is an option. There is a better way to live. You don't have to
Yeah,
stay in the
yeah,
States.
yeah,
You could actually, you know, you think about retiring, and you know what, you may not be able to retire here in the States, but you can retire overseas.
yeah. And you can do this now. Set it up now. Don't wait until you're like it's over. You're screwed. Your health is gone. Do it now. Oh, there was a question about Reese I saw. He asked
Yeah.
what state. Uh, Reese, I actually am living there. I'm not living, but well, I have a house there, but I live there. Couple, I guess. Now, you know what? You know what, Kendall? This is the most I've been able to stay in Brazil because now I used to go and can do a week or 10 days. I've been consistently now about the last 8 months. When I go, I've been going every other month. Well, this summer I went twice, and those were 3 week stays. One time I did a 5 day stay, and because of I was trying to look for a house, and it didn't work out, but I came back and I stayed for 3 weeks, and so I'm in the state of Piauí where the farm is. That's in the north, but I'm going to be living most of the time in Sierra. That's Ceara, Sierra. I'm a Sierra man. That's me. That's my vibe.
Can you tell everyone how many states are in Brazil?
Oh Jesus, I don't even know the number. It's a lot.
I know the number.
But I don't even know the number. It's a lot.
It's 26 states.
Yeah. So I'm in the north. You know, I guess like what Game of Thrones. I'm the man of the north.
Most of the
man,
blacks,
we the farmers, man. We're the farmers, and that's where a lot of the money is at too. Teresina is a wonderful city, but it's hot as hell. But it's a beautiful city. It's on the river. But the thing about it, it's not very cosmo. You know what? It's like Jacksonville.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
it's a money town. Teresina is money. That's where all the wealthy farmers have a place at. At one point, I was trying to buy a little condo in Teresina, but I missed it. It was one of those deals. Another thing, the Brazilians might get these deals where someone's going to do pre-construction. By the time I got there, it was over. I missed out. And one day it sold out. Yeah. But now looking back at it, I'm kind of glad I didn't do it. Because I don't really enjoy the city. I've been there 5 times. I've actually taken flights there. And you know, it's just not for me. Does that make sense? So I would rather drive 8 hours from Fortaleza than fly to Teresina, spend the night, and then take a shorter 4-hour drive to the farm.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's not a thrilling city. You know, I'm not a Jacksonville fan, so
I'm going to ask you this closing question.
Yeah.
Be as transparent as possible.
Yes, sir.
And I think all the guys that are currently listening, they want to know.
Okay.
The question is, are the women out there?
Okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. I'm gonna give y'all this. Beautiful, but it's a different than Rio.
You got the floor, man. I'm not gonna say anything. You got the floor. They want to know.
It's different. They are more what I call pure Portuguese, short. You know, they're good looking, but they're not Rio. Does that make sense? In Rio, I can see a 10 in the airport. I don't see that in Fortaleza. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I mean,
if I'm walking around in the beach in Rio, I see nothing but 9s and 10s, right? In Fortaleza, I see more 6 and 7s.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's a Bible Belt too. It's a weird dichotomy. It reminds me of Atlanta sometimes. You know, Atlanta's this Bible Belt, but then they got strip joints, right?
Yeah.
So you got more of a chunkier girl there. They're really in their studies.
B. Charles says
in Laser.
There's a statement. There's a question. So they look Inca-ish.
No.
They look like more like the natives, like how the Mexicans or
no. That's Amazons.
So the Amazon girls look Bacchus? Like
yeah, they look more like, you can tell the look they have. I've met a lot of Amazonians. They have that Inca look.
How they look in person though? Are they short? What?
They're slimmer, they're shorter. A Fortaleza girl can be a little bit boxier, but also shapely. The boom boom pow can be there, but also the box can be there too.
Got it.
But
real though.
Rio, but I tell you where some really beautiful girls just from looking around the street. Natal, man. Yeah, Natal. I was surprised. But yeah, Fortaleza is more of in Rio is more 10s and 9s. Fortaleza is more 6, 7, and 8s.
How would you rate? Okay, if you were to compare the big three, Bahia, São Paulo, and Rio, which one will rate the highest when it comes to women attraction?
Oh my God, Bahia got some girls now. Oh Jesus Christ! I mean, oh God, I shouldn't be saying.
You know what? A lot of guys, whenever I ask that question, a lot of guys always pick Rio over Bahia, and I'll be like, I saw more baddies. I seen more baddies in Bahia than I saw in Rio.
Now I'm about the sisters. Bahia got it going on. I would put Bahia first, Rio second, because I like the sisters. That's me. I'm into the sisters now.
Okay.
But yeah, Bahia first, Rio second, Sao Paulo third. Yes, OG. Fortaleza is definitely more conservative. Very Bible Belt. Yeah, I know many, sanctified women, sanctified ladies? Many sanctified ladies. Church girls, a lot of them. And and many of them are married. You say that a lot. That's normal in Fortaleza.
This is the city I was talking about, Willie. Porto Alegre.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that she was telling me that I need to go.
Yeah. But a fellow Bama man. Real estate in Salvador is hot, man. It's more expensive, I believe, than Fortaleza. It's definitely more expensive from what I've been told. That's one of my buddies I was telling you about. He lives there, and they have a huge home. But let me tell you, he went through his wife to get that hook up. Remember I was telling you about that? He did, they get special financing, and he paid it off and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in doing that. That ain't my deal. And I don't encourage you brothers to do it either.
There's a statement for you, Willie.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I heard of that place. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful there. High class. Reese is very high class there. Beautiful real estate. It's expensive.
You know what? It's so refreshing to hear, brother.
Very high class. And they have a winter there, by the way, too.
It is so refreshing to hear another brother talk about different places beyond Copacabana.
Yes.
Everybody's stuck on stupid on Copacabana, and I'm like, there's so much to Brazil. There's so much more to Rio than Copacabana.
Yep.
So the fact that you're mentioning all these different cities and how life is in those cities is interesting. I like it.
Hey, brothers, y'all need to go to the Rio Open tennis tournament. We should do that one year. We should just have all the brothers come down and we go to the Rio Open tennis tournament.
How's it out there?
Cool. Now, you want to see the baddies? They're all going to be there. Yes. I'm telling you, man.
Hey guys, it's an open invitation. If you guys want to make a trip for that, I'm down to do it, man.
The Rio Open tennis tournament. I'm telling you what's up.
So Willie, you got access to all the parties that you can get us in?
Man, it's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But I can't get you to the players' party now. But believe me, there's other parties around there too. You don't even worry about it. It's straight. So many events. Yeah, Reese know. He know what's up.
Hey Reese, you holding out, bro, man? Y'all need to let us know, man.
He probably already been.
Hey, D. Charles say I'm down. Hey,
Yeah,
man, let's make it happen, man.
It's really, really nice. I'm telling you.
OG said, let's go.
Yeah, we should do it.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, honestly, I'm always open to trying something different. Like for me, I don't want to do the same stuff if I go back to if I go back to Rio, I don't want to do Copacabana. I done Lapa. I did all the tourist spots. I even did Amatarea. That's
Right.
where all the blacks are with Cafe Black Rio.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple of times. Like if I were to go back, I want to do something completely different.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, I would love it. And they also have a tournament in Sao Paulo too, a big one in Sao Paulo. So, but the one Rio open to me is more fun though.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a lot more stars would show up for that one. You know, as far as like tennis and also the creme de la creme of Rio will all be there.
I went to a party in Rio. It was in the outskirts, man. This is more catered to the more middle upper class.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
There was some beautiful women in there. I'm like, wow.
And they got money too, bro.
And they got money, man. Like I was like, man, this is money because I was seeing the cars.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is not the Bellas. It's like this is money. And the thing is, too, sad to say, majority of them were white. And I was like,
that's most of the Brazilians that I actually deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run the place, man. Our people are trying to get it, but they don't have control, brother. Yeah.
Oh, hey man, we've been going on for an hour and 45 minutes, Willie.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's like that, man. Sometimes when you really get into the conversation, the fact that we're able to talk about different things from real estate to your professional life as a professional coach, tennis coach, and we talked about the credit cards, giving guys tips and tricks. And again, guys, if you're interested in purchasing a home or looking to buying property, reach out to Willie, man. He has the inside scoop. He's gone through the process twice, and he actually put that in a blog that he wrote for me, which is on the website on blackmantravels.com/blog. Check it out, and has his contact information. So, guys, you could buy a property for like less than $7,000 if you really want to, depending where you are. Now, granted,
$7,000 down, less than $200 a month.
Yeah, $7,000 down. Sorry for the correction.
A little work done on it. No, it's okay. But the property ain't gonna be more than like those kind of properties I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna be more than 45,000, 50,000, man.
Yeah,
it's like that, man.
I mean, granted, guys, if you're trying to find a property right off of Atlantic, Avenue in Copacabana, that's gonna be difficult.
Oh, that's the whole different. I'm talking about Fortaleza. Now, this is done in Rio too, any city, but of course it could end up being more to put down, and the payment about it being a little bit more. But it all depends on the situation too. I want you to get some stuff where, like I said, you can send your relatives to it if you're not there. I'm really big on that. I have adult kids. So if I say, hey, go to my place for 2 weeks and hang out with your friends, I would be very happy and know my kids are safe. That's extremely important when you buy, guys. Extremely important. I don't want you to make that mistake and get messed up.
And guys, for the new guys that's just jumping on to the live, we talked about a lot of different things. So once we end the live, you can listen to the playback. It'll have all the information you need to know, or just check out the website and check out his blog. It has more detail on his experience. But it's a work week. I got to go work in the morning. I got to take my son to school in the morning.
Yes, sir.
You want to close it out, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, God bless everybody. I hope you were able to come up and enjoy the information and feel free to reach out to me. I do consultations on the thing, but believe me, the stuff that I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind, and also it is real, and I have the documentation to show it. And it's a whole world of opportunities out there in Brazil, and we need to take advantage of it now because you never know how long the loophole will be there. So get out there, make it happen. Don't wait for your dreams. Go take it. Go take it, man. Tomorrow's not promised. Go get it now. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Willie. And guys, man, like I said, this platform is meant for you guys to learn. All I'm doing is just passing the baton, man. That's all I'm doing because eventually I'm gonna stop, have me a couple more kids, and call it a day.
Oh my God, Rastafari, huh?
Hey, look, man, I'm living the wild life now, but I know all this is gonna slow down eventually,
That's right.
man.
That's right, brother.
So,
right.
With that being said, guys, take the information that's being shared in this podcast, information that's being shared in the Facebook group, information being shared on the website. Guys, again, I just want to see you guys win. There's so much stuff going against us, constantly putting us down, constantly, showing negative light about us. But yeah, there's a lot of us is doing positive things, man, and we need to give each other credit for that. And like I said, there's a movement going against the Passport Bro movement, want to paint us in a negative light. But guess what, man? We're gonna shine regardless because we live in our best life, and we don't give a flying fuck what people have to think, say, or think. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Like always, I really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just here to share information and create content and pass the baton, man. That's my thing. So with that being said, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great work week. And I'll see you Thursday. Have another guest speaker on Thursday. It's going to be quite interesting, man. I already put up the live for Thursday on the Facebook group and on YouTube. So if you haven't, check it out. Definitely come back on Thursday at 10:30. We're going to go live again. And of course, Saturday, we're starting a whole new topic called the Lion's Den. You guys missed the previous one. We just had one this past Saturday. It went really, really well. And actually, I had the most views off of that podcast.
Wow.
And yeah, the Lion's Den is a new concept that I just thought about. We're going to invite, a lady or two to come into the den. And the den it will be, a bunch of lions, male lions. And this is going to be the opportunity for them to ask us questions and for us to ask them questions. No one can interrupt, no disrespect. It's going to be a civil conversation where we have a real talk. But again, the woman's going to walk into the lion's den.
Put me on, brother.
Hey, man, dude. Hey, it was so loud this past Saturday, man. I was like,
oh my God.
Man, the guys, man, like, but what I loved about it, everybody was civil. It was all respect. Like people got their point across without disrespecting each other. And it's just like, and it kind of gave the brothers an opportunity to explain why they're moving, why they're exploring their options, and why they rather just travel. And the special guest we had, Jemiah, she understood. And she was able to really, respond to their questions, but she was able to ask questions. So I thought about like, hey, why not create the Lions Den? And I'm literally going to find women to come onto the live podcast and they'll enter the Lions Den, even women domestic and overseas. And it's going to be a great opportunity for you guys to ask good questions. But again, be respectful, guys. If you hate women, whatever, don't jump on my platform. It just is what it is. I have sisters, I have a mother, I have nieces. I don't carry that negative vibe, that mindset. You know what it is, man. I don't carry that.
Totally.
So it's like I don't need to bash a group of people just to lift another group of person. I'm never gonna do that. So, but at the same time, it's like I want to create a dialogue, and the Lions Den would be a perfect opportunity for you guys to really ask some really good questions. Don't ask no dumbass questions. There's always one or two dumbass gonna be asking like, dude, what the fuck you asked that question for, man? It's like
oh my God, that's funny.
But anyway, guys, man, it's like what? Shit, it's 12:22. I gotta be up at 6 a.m.
I gotta be on the court in the morning.
Oh,
hey,
yeah?
Buenas noches, mi amigos. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, man. And Good night, fellas, and see you guys Thursday, man. God bless.
Yeah.